Hey PAX, and welcome to a very special edition of Plumbing the Death Star. I am Joel Duscher.
I am Jackson Baly.
I am Jane. Oh, sorry.
No, perfect.
Please.
James, please.
I forgot that you normally say that the other person, if they're ghosting,
it's fine.
if they're not
fine.
supposed to be there, you normally say it.
James, PAX don't know shit.
Yeah.
The audience,
Yeah.
the convention, they love it. So you're James.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
And PAX, thank you so much for having us. We are here to ask the important questions like, which video game could you beat as yourself as you are now?
Grand Theft Auto 5.
What?
Put me in, baby. Give me a gun. Give me some money. I will take that town on. Grand
So
Theft
this
Auto
is-
5, I could in a heartbeat, yeah?
Not a free guy situation where you're like a
No.
background character. Just be like, just keep your head down, Jackson.
No,
this game will
I'm
be
the-
over soon.
I am the protagonist. I'm not the guy getting hit by the car. I'm the guy in the car hitting the guy with the car.
Yeah.
That's me in Grand Theft Auto 5.
So
Duscher, you look
let's-
skeptical. I'd like to hear why.
Jackson, and like I
Yeah.
would hate for you to, say anything that could get you in trouble, but have you ever
Yeah.
killed a man?
Look, no. I'll admit I haven't, but I think I have the potential to. So,
But you have to do like gunfights and run from the cops. Like the missions
quick.
They're very complicated missions. You know what I mean? You got to
Oh.
you got to sit through long like dumps of dialogue when you're sitting
Yeah.
in a car driving
that
or
will
whatever.
be hard.
Yeah,
That will be hard.
like
Yeah, I
I
think
could just
another
throw
thing that'll
myself
be
out of this car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so James, you'd be aware, like, obviously, and listeners and PAX, everyone. Grand Theft Auto, obviously, there's a lot of action and combat and gunplay, a lot of like drama and criminal stuff, but it's also a lot of driving. And Jackson
Yeah.
Baly, do you have your license?
I do not. I'm a 30-year-old man who does not have his driver's license, but I do think that would matter in the world of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, I guess
Do you know how to
not.
drive a car?
I've taken some lessons.
So it wouldn't matter provided that you can drive.
Yeah, I could drive. I could drive a car. Can't drive a helicopter or a boat. But how hard could that be? How hard can it be to drive a plane? Here's how I think it works.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's probably a button that starts the motor. Okay?
I mean,
This is
probably.
for a
there's a-
plane.
You know what? I'm not going to interrupt. I'll let you go. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's probably a button that starts the motor, that starts the plane going. And then there's that little handle they hold down near their thigh, and you push forward, and that
Handbrake?
and that it seems like an accelerator.
Yeah, it
and
goes
that
like-
makes
yeah.
Yeah.
and that makes us start to move forward. Okay, I will admit, and this may be a problem, but maybe not. I can't fathom how you turn a plane. But okay,
You've got a steering wheel.
does that not just go up and down?
No, it tilts. It's a whole
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
Okay,
You're not-
well, I'm good then.
you're
That's
not on
great
a
to
rail.
hear. Okay. This is really good news because I just thought I'd have to get in a plane, crash it, get out, get in another plane to move. But then, as the plane accelerates, I pull back on the steering wheel and we crest off the runway and we're in the sky.
You also have to land it or jump out at some point as it hits a building or something.
Well, this is probably an important question. So in Grand Theft Auto, you just have a parachute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, do I have like a weapon wheel and a parachute? I guess not, because it's me as I am now.
Yeah, it's you as you are now. Do you have a parachute currently?
No.
Yeah.
I've just got a
Bad luck.
cardigan and a shirt. Okay. But
Planes
I
will
reckon.
probably have parachutes on them.
But here's the tricky part. I think I could figure out how to fly a plane. I don't know if I could figure out how to activate a parachute.
Okay, so one is made to be worn in a disaster when
Yeah.
a disaster or an extreme situation at least, where adrenaline is at an all-time high and have tried to make it as simple as possible. The other one requires you to study and have a full-blown license for, and you're making the claim that one, for some fucked reason, is going to be easier for you.
There are so many toggles on a parachute, man. What the fuck are they
There's so
all
many
doing?
fucking buttons on a plane!
But I know
Okay,
the
It's not just two
important
things.
ones.
But I think, to Jackson's credit,
Thank you.
and hear me out.
I don't hear that enough. I don't hear that enough.
I think the controls of a plane within the world of Grand Theft Auto wouldn't be more complicated than a PlayStation controller. I don't think
Exactly.
it'd necessarily be mapped the same, but it
Yeah.
would be pretty much there'd be like
It's
three
intuitive.
buttons.
It would have to be
Yeah.
intuitive. Whereas in the game, if you jump out with a parachute, all you do is press X.
Yeah.
I don't have an equivalent of that. I'm pulling toggles. I pull out this is what I'm always scared of if I jump out of a plane with a parachute. Okay.
Heights, because I also know you're scared of heights.
Yeah, so jumping out in the first place is scary for me. I'm more likely to be like, can we just see? Like, maybe the plane will get better or whatever. but no, I'm scared that
Autopilot surely also lands the plane. Like, if we just leave that on, it should be fine, right?
Yeah, the fire will burn itself out, right? Like, eventually it will. Like, eventually the plane will be okay.
Is
and
there
we've
a
got
plane
both wings,
doctor
we'll
on
glide.
this plane? Yeah.
But what if I pull the toggle on the parachute and I accidentally pull the emergency parachute before the parachute?
The
I don't
idea
think
of
can you do that?
no, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know, but I'm scared of doing it.
Also, I don't think they have emergency ones, do they? In that game, it's like you get one, and then,
that's
and then you
true.
hit the ground. Like that's
Yeah, if you're deactivated early, you'll die. Yeah.
to be like sitting in a plane thinking you're getting turbulence, and then the pilot to walk out, just like kind of looking around, tapping your finger, like whispering to like a flight attendant, you just over here, is there a plane doctor on this plane? I'd be like, I'm about to die. Like, what do you mean?
So fun. Just holding your face. You're like, is that the fucking pilot? Hey,
is
Plane doctor?
fuck it. I'm asking. Is there a plane doctor?
Oh god.
Okay, here's a question though for this. Like, in general, like whatever universe we're in, it's one death, right?
Yeah, surely
Like,
I
if
don't
it's
get
Mario,
lives. Yeah.
You hit a Goomba or whatever, you poison, you die.
I think Mario eats Goombas.
Or if I'm me in Mario and like
Yeah.
a turtle bumps into me, am I just like, hey, what the fuck? And then I like squash it?
Yeah, true. Good question. The
Like, are the things that
frailties
hurt
of
Mario, do they
Yeah.
hurt me? Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
that's a good question.
I would imagine in a Mario situation, I think that, like, because when you look at the original design of Mario, and even though he does start in his pre-mushroom state, I feel like if we're entering the world of Mario, in the side-scroller ones at least, I mean, we're regular adult man-sized. So presumably if we got hit with something that would kill Mario, it would just simply make us small for a bit and then kill us.
Okay, so we do get the powers of the people that we're in the game of. That seems like what you're indicating.
Yeah,
Therefore,
that's a good point, actually.
I would have
guess,
a weapon wheel. Yeah, and be able to drive a tank. So
Like, yeah, you get your default. Yeah.
And I
see what you're
guess I
saying.
did say at the start, as you are now. So I guess no. If you went in Mario, you could just snap turtles' necks as much as you want. They bump into your shit. Although turtles, and I found this out at the zoo because I was standing in a place I shouldn't have been standing, the turtle enclosure, and they said, "Be careful, like get out." And I was like, because it's like this turtle enclosure. It was like no,
I've seen it. The wall's like this high.
Yeah.
I think it's still pretty obvious you're not meant to go in it.
Well, yeah, but like, I don't know. I think what was going on in my head, I was like, well, the wall's really small, so maybe it's like not like a petting zoo situation.
What was going on in your head is you're like,
that goes.
Maybe I can get to touch a turtle.
Yeah. I was a teenager when this happened.
I wouldn't have
don't know.
judged if it was yesterday. I don't care. Yeah.
Although, less in my defense, I feel like that as a teenager, I was far. First of all, cleverer for some reason, and also way more not timid, but like, not whatever the fuck I am now.
You were like these days. You might go in and like give the turtle a noogie or whatever.
Well,
100
I would
years
probably
old
be
can't
like,
defend against this idiot. Yeah.
too slow, dickhead. What are you gonna do? Put your head in your hole? I can yell in that hole. No, I feel like that now. I would be like, I'm not meant to be in there, but would probably be like, well, I can step over it, so I might just,
feckle.
Yeah, like, look at me, I'm 30. I'm standing in a thing that I shouldn't be standing in the zoo.
What can they do?
So
kick
were
you
they
out?
like, were they like, that'll bite you, that turtle?
Oh no,
Is
it
that
was
what
just
you're
like
gonna
turtles. They're like turtles are slow, but they can like speed up slightly and like
Oh.
yeah, but like they were like if it charges you and you're not expecting it, it will snap your shin in half. And I was like, oh,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so apparently, turtles, if they want to attack you, can do so in.
They'll take you down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
are we
so,
to then assume that if a Koopa came at James's leg, it would crack him in the shin? Like it would.
Yeah, but it's not like, it's like a one-hit turtle though in there.
Yeah,
You know what
true,
I mean?
true.
It's not like a real Joel Duscher
Yeah.
turtle, you know?
Not the type of turtles that I was risking my life for at the zoo. For.
yeah.
I
Well, I
don't
guess
know why.
with the Mario situation, you need to ask the question, why does it kill Mario? Like, what is happening? What is meant to be
believe in himself enough.
Oh,
That's sad.
that's sad.
There's a lot going on in Mario, because then also, Turtles kill him in one hit, and so does a mushroom, which again, like, I reckon if a Goomba hit me, it would hurt the Goomba more than it hurts me. They look soft.
I think there would be nothing more satisfying than punching a Goomba on the top of its head. Like, imagine how awesome that would feel as your fist went in, as it squished on. Oh my God. I would let out a little... Yeah.
It'd be like flattening a top hat. It'd just be like, oh, that's good. Yeah.
I think I'd let out a little noise like, oh, as I did it.
You shouldn't do that.
I'd be like, it just feels great. It's not sexual. It's just tactile. But it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late. You've been called a Goomba pervert and arrested.
I'm trying to think if there's a Mario game that I could beat, and the only one that I think I'd be even close would be tennis, because you don't die.
But aren't there like special power-ups?
Oh yeah, big time. Can you... If Donkey Kong cannons a tennis ball into you,
that's a good point. I forgot that. I was thinking of for some reason, I was thinking of the Virtual
Open.
Boy. I was thinking of the Virtual Boy version for some reason. I'm like, this weird black and red world. I could probably get through that.
Probably give me a headache, but I'd survive.
I'm not gonna die. Well, okay, we need to figure out in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to go back to Grand Theft Auto because we left you on a plane.
Yeah, I can jump out. You're saying it's easy to open a parachute. I will just believe you.
I did not say it was easy. I just said it was when compared to flying an actual plane.
Okay.
One would be easier, and that would be the parachute.
Another question is important. So in GTA 5, you can get shot a bunch before you die.
Yeah.
I can get shot one time.
You can get shot a bunch in real life before you die. You can take more than one bullet.
How many bullets do you reckon I could take? Me as I am now.
I mean, like, comfortably none. But, like...
Yeah, it's not going to feel good. I reckon I could shoot you 2 to 3 times before you actually die, provided
2 to 3
I don't accident...
times?
Yeah.
Where?
You'll be... Well, not in the heart or the lungs or the brain would be...
Yeah, okay. You could shoot me... Yeah.
I was going to say, if you get to a GTA hospital, would that work on you? Or they'd be like, we've never seen anything like this, man.
Yeah.
You just walk out of this place. That's all that happens. You actually can't come inside. What? Hi, I need to be healed over there. Like, are you dead? Excuse me? If you're dead, you could leave. I don't know what the hell that means. My friend shot.
Joel Duscher shot me 3 times, claiming that I would be fine.
He said, and I quote, I could probably shoot you 2 or 3 times. He was right, but...
I often am.
Yeah, so, okay, 2 or 3 shots. That's okay. That's pretty good. I just got to kind of almost do a perfect run of GTA 5. Okay.
Yeah. Well, if
hard.
I remember correctly, and I probably don't because look, GTA 5, not really a game for me, but I have played it, but not heaps. I'm pretty sure, though, the start of the game, you're playing as Franklin, I think that's his name, who is kind of introduced into gang violence pretty much immediately, and automatic weapons are involved in the first mission, where it teaches you how to do, like,
cover-based shooting. Like sure. Yeah.
Can you comfortably run up to a thing and crouch?
Surely. I'm so desperate to test it now.
I think you're getting shot directly in the top of the head because you don't crouch enough.
I think it would be so
you'd be like,
hard
I can't see him, so he can't see me, forgetting you have a forehead.
I think the edge of the wall is just above my eye. I'm good. I think running and then crouching was so much more difficult than you assume it would be.
Oh, it's crazy difficult, yeah.
Like, to do that, I don't think I could do that. I think I would make a little noise like, because it would hurt, and then I'd fall over.
Well, it's kind of like, it's almost like a similar thing that you have to do with like a burpee. Can you do a burpee?
True. No, goodness, no.
Can you do a burpee with an AK-47?
Yeah.
An AK-47 I'm still trying to figure out. I'm like, I don't know, how do I, is there...
If you aren't standing still, you're just sprinting with a gun you've never held before, then had to do a burpee.
Oof!
Why? Okay, we need to address this as well. In this situation, every time you've been greeted by something that you could feasibly,
Yeah.
less feasibly that you're going to be handed an AK-47, but like a parachute and stuff, those are like real life things. But the idea of you being like, oh no, if I was holding a gun, I'd be in so much trouble, but I can fly a plane.
Well, I don't know. Guns are dangerous. They feel, I don't know. They feel volatile.
Do you think maybe you would survive better in the game Flight Simulator than you would Grand Theft Auto? Potentially.
I'd be scared of Flight Simulator because the Earth isn't fully real, you know?
Oh,
And I can
yeah.
never leave the plane.
That's true, you can't.
scary.
There's no
I get out-
parachuting out.
Yeah, just a weird, like 2D wasteland of Earth. That's frightening. I think I would also not be able to withstand Lamar's criticisms. If he said I had a yee ass haircut, I would be so upset. I wouldn't be able to handle it. I'd start crying.
Don't understand that reference, but it sounded funny.
Oh, that's good. Let me show you what it was. For those GTA 5 heads out there, it was a classic. Yeah.
I haven't played the game all the way through, but doesn't he kill all the other protagonists in that game?
Yes,
at the end?
he does.
But that doesn't include you because let's presume you got this far.
Yeah. I made it to the end somehow through all of the heists and all of the shenanigans.
But I guess
made
you know what's coming, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't remember it though very much.
Yeah, which is the protagonist that kills the other one? Because there's Trevor, who is definitely not the one who does the
I
killing.
think Franklin kills Trevor and the other guy, Michael.
Michael?
Yeah. So I probably would be killed by Franklin, you know. And it's also so funny to imagine because if you'll recall in GTA 5, you could do that thing where while you were playing, you could swap between protagonists. And the idea of it being 4 protagonists and you swapping to me and being like, why is he stuck in a bin or whatever? Why is he Oscar the Grouch in it at the beach? And I'm just like half in, half out of a trash can, screaming for help.
I fell in!
I fell in! How? From a height! Come on! I parachuted out of the plane directly into a trash can. Now I'm Oscar the Grouch in it at the beach. And you can't do anything. You just got to swap back to Franklin or whatever. Yeah. Well, hopefully when I come back to Jackson, it'll have figured out that problem.
You're still in the bin, but in the ocean now.
Oh, there's sharks this far out. Oh my God. And then, yeah, presumably I would be killed at the end. But that, I think, is beating the game, right? Like, that counts.
I guess. I mean, isn't it about surviving?
Okay, yeah, fair.
Because I guess, but if you get killed by Franklin, then I guess that is technically beating the game. So I guess
if after Franklin kills Trevor and Michael, he gets another thing that's like eliminate Jackson, and he has to go down to the beach and shoot me in the trash can or whatever, where I've washed up on the shore and I'm moving around like a hermit crab now. And I'm running away on the sand as Franklin chases me down. Yeah. In a way, I beat the game. In many ways. What about you guys?
Well, James, how do we think you went?
Yeah.
I don't buy any of it, quite frankly. Like, I don't think you get like. But look, if you say you could do it, who am I to say that you can't?
I just think that the moment the game starts and you're like. GTA 5. You drop into GTA 5, you get handed a gun, dead. Not even. You somehow die while the gun's loading in.
Somehow by drop into the game, I just literally drop from a height into the game and die when I hit the ground.
Well, I think the first part of the game, I think you have to drive, so I reckon that's probably it.
I'd crash the car.
Game over.
No,
Yeah.
Too bad. That's a shame. All right, fair enough. I'll accept that. Yeah.
James?
Yeah.
Oh, look,
I'm still thinking
my
Mario?
my brain keeps going, say Tomb Raider. And then I'm like, why would I say Tomb Raider? Obviously, I couldn't do any of the Tomb Raiders.
One jump.
Exactly. One ledge I have to, like, scale. Like, one handhold. That's it.
But that's so funny because you're not dying. They're like, get up here to keep progressing the game, and you just get, like, a bit of the way up, can't do it, climb back down. Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
I guess I'll go.
And there's like, especially in the early ones, there's like jump-based puzzles where you got to do like a backward somersault, then a sideways somersault. It's just
Can you do just like a regular somersault on the ground? now?
a forward roll.
Yeah, like.
I mean, yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Oh,
just checking.
I cannot remember the last time I did a forward roll.
Do you reckon you could do it?
It's really dizzying. Like, I because I've got kids. Like,
Yeah.
you muck around. Your inner ears is just, as you get older,
Yeah.
it's just fucked. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like,
You stand up and just have no idea where you are.
yeah,
So it's great to imagine you do it like perfecting a flip, landing on the other side of the ledge, but your inner ear is fucked. You're just like, oh, too dizzy, just fall back off. Oh my god.
Or
Whoa.
alternatively, perfectly execute the front flip, land, vomit.
But like, not a full-on
get
vomit, just
dizzy
that
easy.
little bit of sick up, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Carry on. Moving on. How long do you reckon it would take you to complete a regular Tomb Raider level given enough time? Do you
oh
reckon?
my god.
Well, I
my God.
recently replayed the start of the like rebooted series,
Mm.
and that game, Lara is in theory just a regular person at first. So
True.
that's probably your best bet because in the
Yeah.
game,
Okay.
it's the same thing as Jackson, where you're gonna have to kill someone pretty quickly, like
True.
take another human life. This time with a bow and arrow.
Yeah. Do you think that's something you could do?
Yeah, could you,
Yeah,
could you kill us?
probably. I mean, I physically couldn't do it. Like,
Yeah.
but I'd do it. Yeah, sure. why
Yeah,
not?
yeah,
Yeah, good. Yeah, for sure, for
yeah.
sure.
Batman!
Yeah, weird Nightmare Island where it's always
Yeah.
raining. Fuck, whatever.
Yeah, sometimes you
Probably a
gotta crack
ghost.
a few eggs.
Probably doesn't even count.
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing to do in a Tomb Raider style game would be that move they do where they jump onto a ledge, but it's not a ledge you can climb up. It's just like a little gap that you have your fingers in, and then you shuffle along
Oh my God, yeah.
and then around a corner. That would be almost impossible, I think. No human, your fingers would snap, right? And then you would fall to your
Definitely.
doom to spikes below.
Well,
Yeah.
There's also, I'm trying to think of like what also happens towards the start after the murder. There's a part where you've got to solve a puzzle to flood a tunnel or whatever, and then you slide down a tunnel like a water slide. But if you, yeah,
You could do a
right.
water slide, right?
Yeah, but you got to do a jump in
Yeah.
the middle of it.
yeah,
that's true.
Have you ever tried to do like an 8-foot jump in the middle of a water slide? Jumping onto a different water slide?
That would be the biggest shock in a park, in a water park. Jump! What? I don't know how you go from sliding to a full jump. How do you start? The body's not designed
think-
to make that change.
You'd have to. I don't know why I'm trying to act it out for myself,
Yeah.
for my own person. You'd have to
No,
be kind
me
of
too.
either sitting on your ass or on your back, and then quickly use the momentum to just jam your feet down. And
But what's
going
gonna
to
happen is you're gonna jam your feet in and just then you're going head first down the slide.
You'd break your nose. That's exciting.
That's exciting.
That's
No
fun.
one's saying it's not exciting.
Yeah, broken bones
still
still
very
cool.
exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very, very exciting.
Puzzles. That's an interesting thing. Do you think you could solve the puzzles in Tomb Raider? Do you reckon you could figure it out?
Yeah, it's just lighting torches or whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's probably.
true.
If I could do it in the game, like I could,
Yes,
like,
yeah.
if I was physically able to do it,
True.
like I could
Yeah.
get to the things. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Pull a
fair
lever
enough.
and a whatever, roll under a door. Yeah, sure.
What about
Yeah.
this one where you got to move a big cube around, or like a big stone cube? That's tough.
But
Because
again, Lara
Yeah.
is just a regular person, and
True.
Yes.
like
well, so's
obviously
Mario.
Is he? He's
he's Italian.
Yeah, and a ghoul maybe. I don't know. He lives in the
Yeah.
sewer.
Cool. He does live in the sewer. Yeah. Yeah.
Because like Lara clearly, I mean, in great shape at the start of Tomb Raider before everything goes wrong. If I had her job, would not be in good shape.
No, she's an academic. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
where does she find the time?
Anyway, but like Lara, like I think that you would be able to move anything that Lara Croft in
Okay.
that Tomb Raider game would be able to.
I'd
move.
agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's something I want to find out. And we can't find it out.
I like that we've basically bullied James into agreing that, yeah, he could finish Tomb Raider. by
Yeah, I was
himself.
like, I shouldn't say Tomb Raider. I said I distinctly remember saying I couldn't finish Tomb Raider.
Well, what I want to know is it physically possible for a human being to jump as far as Lara can? Because she's jumping like 3 meters, 4 meter gaps or whatever. Like, is it just the kind of thing that this is a thing no human being could complete? It's not your fault. You know?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, don't take it personally.
And also, she's got like a grappling hook sometimes, right?
Yeah,
So
she
I gotta
does.
hook onto a rope attached to an old tree and swing across a ravine. Like, come on.
Yeah. Or,
How do you
like,
even? Yeah.
You need to notice that a wall looks like you could jam your pick into it and just jump face first and then just slam that pick in.
Oh,
Requires a lot of bravery. And
a lot of
incredible strength and grip.
And I'd break my nose.
You continually are breaking your nose doing this, guaranteed. It is crazy to imagine swinging off something with the momentum you have and then trying to jam 2 picks into a wall. Because presumably what would happen, you jam the 2 picks into the wall, slam your face into the wall, blood nose, slip off the picks, fall to your doom, right?
Yep.
Every single time.
And I think you start the game with 1 pick. I think you get a second pick later. Is that right?
Yeah, I think you're right. No, I think you're right. So
you actually start the game with no picks.
Oh,
yes. Doing a 0 pick run of Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Difficult. Too impossible, I would say. Because, you're just going to, I guess, have to jam. Yeah.
A lot of like, okay, I'm standing on this wooden structure that's half fallen down and people have shot guns at, and I'm going to jump onto this swinging platform that's also made of wood.
Yeah.
And then
True.
time it so it's like swinging to then jump to another. Yeah.
Also,
Hope you've got great legs, James, because you're going to be jumping a lot.
I have very distinctly average legs.
Also,
Both aesthetically and physically.
Also, Lara Croft doesn't get puffed. But like, so even if you do a great job and you do them all, you will need to take like a 10-minute sit down to just sort of quietly vibrate on a log or something, like.
We got to factor that into like literally every game because there's so much like stamina involved. You know what I mean? There's a reason they make like a lot of the time, first-person shooters, you can only sprint for like 5 seconds or whatever. It's realistic. It's real.
That's but it doesn't. With us human beings, it doesn't build back up so quickly. You know what I mean?
You're just done for the day. Like that's it.
Hands on knees. I shouldn't have sprinted for 3 to 4 seconds. Oh god.
Blood. Oh damn. That's so funny. One jump and you're like, too bad. We'll tackle the next part of this puzzle in the morning. That's fine.
But then also resting is going to be terrible. Like Jackson, I know you've probably never experienced this in your life. Actually, you go on hikes. I take it back.
Yeah. Thank you.
Feeling great going to sleep, waking up the next morning being like, my entire body feels it doesn't work anymore.
And that's like that's if you've slept in a bed. You're on a weird ghost island. And also, you're in between ledges because you did a big jump. Just a storm's just whipping through you at night. You're only in a singlet. Like, it's just, you're going to die overnight. That's what's going to happen.
You're in a singlet, little short shorts. That's right. You'll be freezing. It's also so funny to do the jump onto the swinging platform and to have to sleep on that. Wake up dizzy and exhausted. Okay, time for the next jump. Yeah, wow, that's going to be difficult for you to do. But I still have faith in you. I think you could do it. I'm back.
Okay, you're right. I could do it. We've worked out so far we'd all be able to do it. What about you, John?
I've actually been racking my brain because much like you, James, my brain was just firing off things where I was like, okay, that is just factually not even close to true. My brain, because I've been playing a lot of like Switch recently, my brain was like, yeah, like a Zelda or a Metroid. I'm like, wait, no. But there is a new game that has come out recently that everyone's talking about that I think I could do no problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
Untitled Goose Game.
Among Us.
Yeah, Among Us. I could vote someone out or kill a friend and pretend it was... I wish it was Among Us. I wish I rolled in and was like, I could easily do Among Us.
In real life. It's just simple tasks, whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's simple tasks, and also you can just vote to throw people into space. Every time I just walk up to the table like, I'm calling a meeting.
Yeah.
This person's sus.
Yeah.
And then just keep doing it. Although,
that's fair.
I would do it twice, and then I would probably get voted out and killed in space.
Yeah. True.
No, but I was going to say Deathloop.
Oh, okay.
It's a time loop game. The game starts with your character not knowing what's going on. Sounds a lot like me.
That's true.
Don't know how I got there.
But you have the advantage because you've played the game Deathloop.
You could think to yourself, oh, I'm in the game Deathloop.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
and they would throw things at me, and I'd be like, I don't remember how to do this. And then I would be in the same position I was the first.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, my dogs.
That's okay.
Good thing this is recording. We can't edit anything out.
Yeah,
Really
don't
good.
stress. The exciting part about this is it sounds like the dog is like in the room sitting at the table with you. Like it's so loud.
Yeah, I know.
It's great.
Like, it's crazy loud.
Like
yeah.
no, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna close the door. But
No, that's okay.
Deal.
Give me a sec.
That's all right.
Yeah, we'll carry
So
on.
Pax,
Duscher.
you liking this so far, Pax?
You say this is good or that you regret clicking on that link, you know?
All right, Pax, while you're listening to this, give us a cheer if this stuff is good. Pax, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. If you
Thanks,
booed,
Pax.
that's
Fuck
even
you.
better, I would say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no,
so.
that's good.
Or fuck you, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, choose your own adventure. But
Noise is fine.
yeah. It's like,
As long as something's happening. That's all we can ask for.
and presumably because this is an online event, everyone's sitting in their bedroom
Yeah,
watching this, cheering.
If you did cheer,
cheering
that's weird,
or
actually.
booing.
Yeah.
If you made a
Booing in
noise,
bed rules, actually. Just looking down like your laptop just on your freaking lying in your chest.
boo.
If the people watching this are anything like me, it's sorry, my sound's just gone all weird.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the cord fell out. That's why. Sorry, got this backwards. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's that they watch everything in complete silence. It could be like incredibly funny or exciting, but and scary, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
that's it.
I will
Yeah,
say,
you kind of want you're Yeah.
I'm usually the same, but recently there was one video, and Pax, I know that you're all over video game stuff, so I know everyone's losing their mind that I've mentioned this, but in real life, I caught myself responding to a video recently. That's when I was watching the Nintendo Direct live, and they just hit me with a Chris Pratt as Mario, and I said, "What is happening?" out loud to no one.
I do the same thing as you, James, but if a video was funny, when it finishes, I'll be like, that was pretty funny.
To no one.
That's
You
worse.
at least hit the like button. Come on, man.
Ring
Us
that
content
bell,
creators.
Jackson.
We gotta
was a
throw each
funny
other
video.
a bone here.
That's worse. Laughing would be better. Laughing at your phone versus, that's pretty funny.
That's pretty funny.
I don't do it to every funny video, but if it's particularly funny, I need to let the void
Then
know,
why are you saying
apparently.
pretty funny and not very funny?
Well, I don't know, because for it to be funny enough for me, I don't know, leave me alone.
Isn't this a plot of Seinfeld? Doesn't George break up with someone because she doesn't laugh? She just says, "Now that's funny" or something.
I
or
think
Jerry?
it's Jerry, because
Probably
he's
Jerry.
the comedian.
Yeah.
George is just a loathed little man. Anyway, Deathloop. Yeah.
Well, in Deathloop, so you'd have the Deathloop powers, right?
Well, that's a good point. I hope so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm like, all right, run out of the day.
How do you acquire the Deathloop
Yeah.
powers, though? Because I haven't played it at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so for anyone, and look, again, I know that there is people that, if you're watching this, you probably love video games, or at least love middling Australian podcasts. And I'm going to do a massive favor and not spoil the game too much, but,
Okay.
or just give, like, vague plot stuff, because it's all that, like, whatever.
Yeah.
So, it's actually the island you're on that is causing the time loop, not you yourself.
Okay, that's good.
So
That's good.
everyone is in a time loop, not just you.
But is everyone aware that they're in a time loop?
Only the two main characters are. Everyone else
Okay, that's
knows they're in a
interesting.
time loop, but don't retain their memory of the time loop.
Will you be disappointed you're in a time loop on a gun island and not living the plot of Groundhog Day in a nice town in the snow? Will that upset you? It would upset me.
Well, in Deathloop, there's like a fireworks display every night, so that's nice.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Yeah, that's good.
there's a big party in Deathloop at night, so.
Well, because I guess my question is, like, because you're trapped here, right? Like, you're here for good.
Well, I mean, I know how, like, I'm far enough in the game that I know what I'd have to do to escape the time loop.
And I suppose you believe you could do it.
Well, it's kill 8 guys.
Oh, okay, that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
How? With what?
Well, when
However,
you wait,
right?
yeah. Well, that's kind of the whole thing, Jackson. However, I want.
Okay.
So
Do
you
you
get
have a
a
PS5?
I do have a PS5.
That's very
Yeah,
good.
thank you. Thank you.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty
Pax,
cool.
if you want to cheer for me, now is the perfect time to do it.
Joel Duscher's PS5. We've
I
already
just
done
don't know
our
anyone
cheers.
who's got one.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
well,
just
you-
nobody
you
I
don't-
know who can get one.
Makes you something
know
of a minor
one
celebrity.
person
It's
now.
true.
Yeah.
yeah.
You have a PS5. It feels good. Feels good.
Yeah,
That's
fair
good.
enough.
I wouldn't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's good
I
to live
can only
in the
imagine.
I'm living in the next generation. All of my friends are living in the past.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
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 I've actually had mine since April 2021, so I've had it for a while.
Damn.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Me
Another
and
cheer.
friend of this show, and not here currently, but I'm going to name drop him anyway. Andrew Levins also has
Yeah.
one.
Ah, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
PS5
go.
boys.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so like there's 8 guys I have to kill. They all do possess because they know that they're like the key to breaking the loop or whatever.
Yeah.
So they all do possess abilities that make them hard to kill. But the kicker is, if I die, the time loop just starts again for me. It's a weird one because
You've
it's
kind
not,
of tricked your way into a victory here where you actually
Yeah.
can't lose, yeah?
yeah.
But does it reset for you, or does it reset for the actual protagonist of Deathloop?
Yeah,
so
'cause,
if you
yeah,
die, you'd
great
have to
point.
wait until
Well,
they died.
I'm not far enough in the game to have a full-on answer for that.
Yeah,
but based
hang on, because
dialogue-
I was a protagonist alongside Franklin, Trevor, and Michael. So I was in the game in addition to them. Therefore, you should be in the game in addition to the protagonist. And also, I guess for James, Lara Croft was also on the island.
I guess I was going to say, because we went through that like I was Lara Croft.
Come on, James, it's a simple jump.
You just have to jump to the other side, James. Are you
Lara,
kidding me?
I'm not fucking invincible. What are you talking about?
Here, I'll
I'm
jump
real.
back to you.
You're not real and I'm real. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to like drop that on you.
James, we can't just keep sleeping. We need to find my friend, James.
They're not real either. None of this is real.
I need out. I need out of the simulation.
James,
So
I've
there-
only found one pickaxe. You just keep going to sleep, so I'm going to take it. You just wait here.
Fine.
Good. Let me know when we can go.
Lara gets to the end, and they're like, is there any survivors? She's like, no, we can definitely leave.
We can leave.
That's a good point. Can you just wait it out? Can you just be like, I'll just wait till the main player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
is the
Well,
game.
that's-
completes the game.
It's the opposite for me, presumably, in Deathloop. Haven't finished it, but I think if the time loop breaks and I'm unaware, bad things have probably happened to me.
Yeah.
But every time you kill someone in the game, they're like, I'll see you again tomorrow. So
Okay.
I don't know if me dying in the game means that by me going to this island, if I've just created a million, infinite consciousnesses for myself, kind of like variants in Loki. There we go, just throwing out pop culture.
Sure.
That's
Why
feeding the
not?
masses with knowledge of things
Yeah.
I've seen.
This is what you'd like, you
Yeah.
swill.
You
Well,
swine.
based on everyone.
Swine, thank you. Swill, I don't know.
Swine eat swill, so I understand
Thank
what
you.
happened there. Yeah, that's fair.
Well, if everyone is fucking stoked for Andrew Garfield to potentially reprise his role as Spider-Man in Spider-Man No Way Home, even though everyone hated the Amazing Spider-Man, it's clear to me that people just like seeing and hearing things
It's
they
true.
recognize.
It's true.
I've unlocked
Absolutely. You did it.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So look, Duscher,
So-
Deathloop, please.
Yeah, so the worst thing could potentially happen for me is that I do not retain my knowledge of every day going forward.
So you've
So,
kind of entered
I-
a weird hell, really, haven't you?
yeah.
Yeah,
Where
well,
I'm
you've
going to
just
wake up on a
become-
beach,
Yeah.
not know my name or why I'm there,
Yeah.
solve a couple of puzzles, and then probably get shot in the head, and then...
Wake up on the beach again. Because
Be
you're
like, who
never
am
going to
I?
be competent enough to get far enough into the game to learn what's happening. So you
Yeah.
just.
But then even
and-
if I do, it doesn't matter, because if
Yeah.
Because, the two characters in the game, they retain their knowledge per loop. But,
Yeah, but not you.
yeah,
Which means
probably
that
not
it's
me.
even worse for you because at least the other characters are like, I'm on this island for some reason.
Hmm.
If you do remember why you're on the island, it's because you claimed you could beat this video game as you in real life.
Oh yeah, and you would like you could have done it a million times and you wouldn't know. You're just doing the same puzzle.
Yeah, again and
then getting
again
shot
and
in the
again.
head.
Well,
I
yeah,
think under these circumstances, like you would have to have the death loop, ability.
Sure.
I would have to.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
at least retain the knowledge. Or
Yes.
maybe, because I probably would find out that I'm dying over and over again and not remembering
Well, I guess
early
given
enough
yeah.
before I get killed that I could probably leave a note for myself. But then
Well-
every morning I'm 51st dates myself. Another reference. I'm the king of it.
Yes, he's knocking him out of the park. Waking up and reading a note that said you are in a death loop and being like, what? What do I mean?
Well, waking up on a beach and knowing that I'm dying over and over again means that some mornings I probably start my day differently, and rather than
Yeah.
walk towards the land, walk towards the ocean.
Am I in Inception? That's what I would think.
So, yeah, am I doing an Inception right now?
Did
Am I
I
being Inceptioned, or am I doing an Inception?
did I claim that I could beat the video game Deathloop or survive the movie Inception? Which one did I
Another reference.
Yeah, what claim did I make here?
Surviving the movie Inception seems easy, provided that I remember that my wife's dead.
But I'm
Yes.
still on the beach, so
Clearly, if I'm on the beach, I have forgotten my wife's dead, or she's tricked me into...
and then you're shot in the
Oh,
head.
no.
You're like, it was Deathloop. Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It sucks.
But
I
then
won't
I-
remember this tomorrow.
My last thought is like, I'm not going to remember that it's it's Deathloop and not Inception.
Shit.
Can you leave yourself a note? Does the island
Yeah.
physically reset? So if you shoot like a bullet hole in a wall, it will be there the
Whoa.
next time.
No.
Is it that kind of stuff?
So notes stick around because there is like one of the characters in the game is clever, and even though she is having her mind reset every day, code changes every loop because she knows that there's certain people that are remembering even though she's not. And there's
Okay,
like a
right.
notebook that she's written in where she's like reading over it and being like, I've realized that I'm forgetting every day. But it also feels like she made a breakthrough to realize that this wasn't her first day in the loop and was actually
Yeah.
the 100th day, which means that, yeah, I am probably just in hell.
Yeah, I think that's what you would ultimately come to the conclusion of, that you were in hell. Even though I was killed on a beach like a crab and James just got very puffed and had to sleep on a beach. You've really ended up in the worst one there.
Well, yeah, also because, like, even if it's Cole, the main guy, if he does succeed breaking loop, I mean, I don't know what happens to me because I have not succeeded as Cole doing that yet.
Yeah. Do you still have to get off the island, like, independent
Yeah.
of him? Like, if he breaks the loop, then do you have to be like, oh, shit. How do
I gotta get out of here.
And
I'm
really, I put myself
I'm just on
in-
an island. Yeah.
I've put myself in the worst possible situation because everyone that's on the island knows that they're in a time loop. They just don't know that it's not the first time they've been in a time loop.
Yeah.
Because it's
I
like
think-
a weird experiment, 1963 alternate future or past.
I reckon,
So-
Duscher, I think, look, yours is too confusing. So how about we wrap it up by saying, could the three of us beat the original Donkey Kong? Climb up some girders and fight an ape. Do we think we could do that
Hit
now?
a gorilla
One
with a
level.
hammer.
Hit a gorilla with a
I-
hammer. Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't do, like, the whole thing, because you're supposed to time that game out.
Yeah,
aren't you?
that's true. Yeah. But
And
just
you
the
gotta
first level. Yeah.
And you got to run up a ramp though. And jump a barrel. And we're also in this scenario we're doing it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, all three of us. Three people trying to jump a barrel is the biggest recipe for disaster I can imagine.
Well, in the 2015 movie Pixels, they
Yeah.
get
Okay.
stuck doing exactly this situation,
Oh my god.
and it's
Yeah.
fine. And then
That's fine.
Josh Gad gets sucked off by Qbert, which sounds like a joke, but Qbert turns into a hot lady from another video game, and they have Qbert kids, which means that while he physically changed, Qbert was still Qbert in his DNA.
I would want him to stay Cupid, I think.
Yeah. That's fair
I
enough.
don't like any of that.
I could just have sex with a person whenever. When am I going to get a chance to have sex with Cupid?
That's a good point, I guess.
Might as well-
There was
Yeah.
one that I mentioned in passing, but I think it kind of got lost. But one I could definitely do. I figured it out. I could do Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah.
I'd just storm in and be like, steal this farmer's rake. I'm like, fuck yeah. And he'd be
Yeah.
like, oh no. And I'd be like, get the fuck out of my way. And then there's like, how do I open this gate? Just kick it open. I'm into the next yard. You got to scare this boy. No problem.
Kid, I will kill you.
Untitled James game is the best. Just rampaging through a town is so funny. Steal a fruit.
Yeah.
Getting it all in your hands,
Yeah.
throwing it in a river. Why are you doing this?
Solely out of anger, and that's it. My only motivation here is that I hope you have a terrible day. This fucking ballot's mine. Fuck you.
Do you think the goose would because it's also there, run from you, or would the goose be like, "All right, we're causing havoc in this"?
I think we'd team up.
Yeah, I think you would too.
We wouldn't be friends, but it would be like common enemy of my enemy kind of situation, you know?
Common enemy, i.e., the town. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Ruining picnics. Yeah, beautiful.
So what's the tagline of
Untitled Goose Game?
It's like because I
It's
feel
like
like
One annoying goose, something. So I can
it's
bring it up.
6 a.m. and you're a terrible goose or something.
yeah, something like that. It's a quiet day in the village and you are a horrible goose, I think is what it is.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, it's a lovely morning in the village, and you're
Yeah.
a horrible goose.
yeah, well, you're a horrible James, and I feel like that a horrible person is way, way, way more intense than a horrible goose.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would love to terrify this town of just
Yeah.
like featureless people, you know. Just
Although, would that terrify you back? Looking at a
Yeah, I
man
wouldn't
and
care.
seeing
No.
that there's got no face.
The
Why
joy
are you
of
wearing
dragging a
glasses,
whole-
kid. You got no fucking eyes.
also, there's a going in the river. I'm taking your glasses.
Yeah, I'm taking your glasses.
I think the joy of taking an entire picnic into a river would it could be as bad as nothing will make that worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's heaven. That's heaven. Yeah.
I think you've unlocked it. The only other
think
game
you've
I can
cracked
think
it.
of that I think I could beat as a person, well, me currently as I am, is if you put me in a Tetris game, I could get rid of those blocks. Real
yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
Push
yeah.
them out of the way. Cleared the line,
whatever.
motherfucker.
It's no big deal. No big deal at all. I could probably survive Pong, I reckon.
I reckon you get hit. I reckon you're standing in the middle, not realizing
Yeah.
what's going on, immediately get hit in the nuts, and
Yeah.
then hit in the back of the head, dead.
Wait, oh yeah, because you're not one of the paddles. Like
Yeah,
it's
the
you're
ball would
also
just
there.
Destroy you. Like, I have to be careful and run away from the Tetris. Well, at least
Yeah.
sidestep the Tetris blocks. Because if one of those falls from a great height, it's going like one of those 4 straight blocks just straight
yeah.
through my skull.
True.
Yeah.
Embedded.
I'd be
Absolutely.
Cannibal Holocaust. Dude.
Yeah. But
My references, they're on fire. Everyone thinks my references
through
are
the
great.
roof.
Killing it.
Yeah.
I mean, but the problem is with like Tetris and Pong, also they're infinite. There is
Yeah.
no end.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
that's-
gotta
You
hope.
have to. You
Yeah.
have to sleep.
No. Duscher, you sleep and get impaled, and I'm already dead because I got hit in the balls and the back of the head at once, and we all know that kills you.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
the instant kill switch you're a person. If you manage to hit them in the back of the head and the balls at exactly the same time, dead.
Everybody
off
talks
switch.
about, like that ninja grab on the shoulder, like the Vulcan grab on the shoulder, or just getting the right pressure point. No. Real spies, they get one fist coming down, one fist going up, clonk, they claw them, clonk, instantly dead. In Her Majesty's Secret Service, That's how it's done.
Well,
I love it.
I think we've done
Yeah.
it. We've mastered every video game. And before we go, we just want to say a big thank you to PAX for having us.
Thank you, PAX.
Thank you.
We
Yeah.
salute you, PAX.
Thank you. Thank you for your service, PAX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that note, I've been Joel.
I've been Jackson.
I'll be James.
And you can find us at, well, you can find me and Jackson at sciencefansradio.com, and you can find James at planetbroadcasting.com.
Correct.
All
I
of
like
our
the
stuff is
different
there.
We're doing real different salutes.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. I should match the salute.
Yeah. Pretty sure this is the Australian one, but I'm not 100% sure. Hey, video games. See you next time, PAX. Thanks for having us.
Thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
PAX.
Cheer again now.
Bye-bye.